What's up guys, so welcome back to our channel and welcome back for another tech unboxing. Let's go. Okay guys, so on this video we will be opening my very first mechanical keyboard on the channel. So this is the Kludge RK100 tri-mode brown switch mechanical keyboard, and this is RGB. So why did I choose Kludge? I think this is the most cheapest mechanical keyboard and has good quality, plus a multi-function mechanical keyboard, which I preferred rather than having those other mechanical keyboards just like those lower keys, since I will be using this for the work and I really need the numpad or the calculator on the keyboard. So I chose the 100 keys, which is suitable for my office work. Okay, so I chose this one rather than those other products because this is a bit cheaper and the reviews online is very good. I just don't know if I'll try to compare it with the mechanical keyboard that I bought for my brother's Christmas gift, wherein it's just like 65% or somehow 75% keyboard size, but those kind of keyboards are like metal frame. I believe this one is plastic frame, but let's see later on as we open this one. So let's move on to the next camera and crack this open. Let's go. Okay, so let's start here with the box. Of course, you'll see here the Kludge logo. On the feature of the box here in front, you will see the two colored box layout wherein you will see the silhouette of the keyboard, of course the larger logo, and it has the keyboard words here. On the side here we have the arcade game keyboard, arcade gaming. It's very Chinese as per se because of the wordings here. It's not clear or somehow like it's very shortcut. On the side you have the RK or Kludge logo, as well as to the other side. As for the back here, you'll see some information or warnings of this product, and of course the label for this product. So you will see here that it is the RK100 tri-modes brown switch. The model is RK100. It has brown switch. I am not too familiar of these switches, but I believe this is tactile or so. I just don't know. I'll just pop up the the different kinds of switches for mechanical keyboards because I'm not too familiar. I'm just new with mechanical keyboards and I'm not too familiar on the things that you can do with this one. So the keyboard color is black. The layout is IBM 100K, or should I say it's 100 keys keyboard. The backlight is RGB, and of course it's hot swappable or hot plug, and it's made of China. At the bottom here you will see a complete keyboard layout. So this is a very compact 100 key keyboard or mechanical keyboard, and you will see here the manufacturer address. So it's very clear that it's from China. It's Guangdong, China. Okay. So moving on to opening this one, let's see. So as I open this one, I'd like to tell you why would I buy a mechanical keyboard while I'm having my very good A4 Tech keyboard, slim keyboard here. It's because of when I do content on my table, I really have problems in terms of space. So I need to move out my keyboard while I'm using it, or somehow like I really need to use it from time to time while I'm doing content. That is why I opted for another wireless keyboard. Now this time it's mechanical keyboard. If you are familiar with my unboxing of the let me remember it again, my Have It mouse and keyboard combo or wireless mouse and keyboard, I am not using it anymore because of somehow like the 2.4 gigahertz dongle, somehow like it's blocking my keyboard while the mouse is still functioning. So I do have problems with that when using it. all together at once. That's why I transferred to my handy A4 Tech wired keyboard, which is very handy for me since I started using this keyboard. So this keyboard is like my go-to every time I need a keyboard. I always choose A4 Tech even before I was still studying. So this is very handy for me. But for my content creation, especially that I am doing it on my table, I need to transfer the keyboard in and out. So I really need something like it's a wireless, and at least it's new for my desktop now, which is mechanical keyboard. Okay, so moving on to the product here. So let's start with this manual. So the manual here says the product basics. We have here of course the keyboard, the manual, and the Type-C cable. That's one good thing with this mechanical keyboard because it's Type-C, which is very popular now. Type-C keyboards, or somehow like cables using Type-C, are very popular now. We also have here the modes. It has the wire mode and the wireless mode. So we have here switches, which we will run through later as we use this keyboard. We also have instructions on how to use. It has Bluetooth connection, as well as I believe it has also the 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection. Okay, there, this one. Okay, backlight control. It has the following controls. We have here the function keys plus print screen to switch backlight mode. Later on, we run through also with this backlight controls, so we can test it all. And multimedia key for Windows. We have here some hot commands or hot keys for this multimedia key for Windows. And the system requirement here is very basic. Of course, you need to have a Bluetooth for your wireless connection. It runs from Windows 7 to the latest, Windows 11. For Mac users, you can also use this with OS X, Snow Leopard, or later. And it can also be used for iOS, all iPads, iPhone 5 or later, also with Android 5.0 and the latest. For the wired mode, you can also use this with a USB port. Same goes with the PC, from Windows 7 to later, and Mac OS X to later. Okay, so that's very plenty for this Chinese made or China made mechanical keyboard. Okay, moving on to the next part of the product. Before we head on to the keyboard itself, I think we have here the cables at the back. Okay, we have here. Okay, so we have here some hot swap. I just don't know, what do you call this one? Are these the keys, or these are the buttons for your keyboard? So we have here 4. Okay. And we also have here the cable for our wired Type-C cable, plus the, what do you call this one? The one that you use to remove the keys of this mechanical keyboard. Okay, so we'll just use this later on as we open the keyboard itself. Okay, let me just check the box before we head on. Okay, so there's nothing else in the box. Let me just skip this one and check onto the keyboard. Okay, it's very heavy. Oh no, it's not that heavy. It has weight, should I say? Okay, it has weight on it. I just don't know if these are metal frames, but somehow it's a bit heavy. Not the usual keyboard or PVC or plastic keyboard. Okay, so it's very nice. And it has good feel onto pressing these keys. Nice. Okay. So this is the brown switch. Again, I'll just pop up the switch features for each color. Since this is the brown switch, I believe this is tactile. I just forgot since I'm not too familiar with this one. So let's run through to the keys here. Of course, you will see the familiar layout of a 100 compact keys of this keyboard. I might not run through onto what functions this keys has, but later on as we use this one onto the PC, we will try all the settings or somehow like the commands onto the keyboard. Okay, going to the back of the keyboard, you will see here the foot of this keyboard. You can also have this flip foot where this keyboard will help me work properly, should I say. These legs are very nice to have, especially if you're working too long. It will not stress your arm, or should I say your hands. So we have here the switches. I don't know if you can see it. This is okay. So we have here the on off. I believe this is for the wired or something like that. This one, the other switch, is for the Bluetooth and the 4 GHz connection, or the wireless one. This keyboard has 200 mAh, should I say? So the battery is a little bit longer, or should I say it has bigger battery capacity. And we also have here the dongle, which is very nice because it has an storage. Oh, it's a magnetic storage. Very nice. Look at this. Okay. See? I'm holding it upwards, and when I drop this one, it will just click on it. Okay, very nice. So let me just pull this one, since we will be trying this later on. I am not too sure if Bluetooth is the best connection for this mechanical keyboard, wireless mechanical keyboard, but I think it's better for us to use the dongle. Okay, we also have here the 2 USB ports and the Type-C port for our wired connection. I believe this is pass-through, or should I say, what do you call this one? Wherein you can use this as a keyboard, a USB port for your PC connection while it's wired connected to your PC. So that's very nice. Okay, what else? Okay, we have here some notes or something like an indication wherein I believe this is the basic connection or labels, icons. So we have here the battery connection or label. We also have here, I believe this is for the 2.4 GHz connection if it's connected to the dongle. This one, I think it's for the Bluetooth, should I say? This one is if your keyboard is on caps lock. And this one, I just don't know what's this for. Okay, what else? I think that's all for this one. Okay, so let me just set this up first and I'll be right back for the testing. Okay, so let's start here with the Bluetooth connection. So it says here that of course you need to switch on the Bluetooth key here, okay, while the other one should be in Bluetooth connection. So let's just turn this keyboard back here. So it should be on, and then keyboard, the blue. So it should, this one should be on, and this one should be on letter B. And then okay, so it's lighting up now, and then we will do this one. So short press function QWE to Bluetooth channel. Function QWE, I think we're doing it. And then long press function QWE entering pairing mode. Okay, long press QWE, and then let's see to add Bluetooth device here. Okay, there you go. So currently on our screen here that we are already seeing the connection. Again, function QWE. For the pairing here, add Bluetooth device. Okay, Bluetooth. And let's see. Okay, so there you go. It says here RK100-5.0. So I believe it has the 5 GHz because it's showing also the RK 3.0. So let's just choose this one. Connecting. Okay, so your device is ready to go. Done. So let's see if it's working. There you go. So let's just do something like youtube.com. Okay, so it's perfectly working here for the Bluetooth device. Okay, so very nice. Let's see if you can search something here. Pokemon Pokédex. Okay, so it's perfectly working, guys, for the Bluetooth. So let me just cut this video first and let's move on to the 2.4 gigahertz connection of this keyboard. Okay, so let's move forward to the 2.4 gigahertz connection. So it says here that you need to turn it on again, but this one should be in letter G. Okay, so let's just go back here, and then this should be turned on, which is currently turned on. Now let's move this key to letter G, and then let's plug the 2.4 gigahertz dongle here. You can't see it. There you go. I might just use it on the front of my current USB port here, but later on I'll be transferring it at the back. Okay, so now it's currently plugged. Now let's move on to how does it work. Okay, so it will work at once, I believe. Let's see the devices here. Show Bluetooth devices. Okay, so currently it is paired, but let's try to remove this device. Maybe it's just connected to the Bluetooth, just to prove that it's connected to the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. So currently the 2.4 gigahertz dongle now, it's 2. I believe the other one is for my mouse, and then other one is for the this keyboard now. So let's just close this one and do some search here again. So let's try the Avengers. Okay, the Avengers. Okay, so it's currently working. Very nice. So both of the connection here now is perfectly working. Let's just move on to the backlight control, just to move forward onto this unboxing and review of this keyboard. So we have here the backlight controls. We have following functions here. So we have here function plus print screen to switch backlight mode. Let's try on that. Function and print screen. Where is print screen? Do you want? Okay, so it transferred something like that. Okay, when you press, let me just move this one. Press. Okay, very nice. Let's transfer to the other one. Okay, this time it's something like it's a breathing. Okay, I just don't know if you can capture it to the camera. Moving on to the next one. Okay, now it's like a waving RGB colors. Other one, what's this? Okay, it's like a moving RGB colors again, but from the top moving downwards. Next time, okay, we have another set of RGB backlight mode, and okay, this is another one. Next, okay, it's like circling onto the middle of this keyboard and then spreads outside. Okay, what else? So it has a plenty of switch backlight mode. So let me just choose something like a very simple one. I like the one when you press the keys that will light up. Okay, it's still not. I think it has a plenty of. Okay, currently it's this one. I think the next one should be. Okay, this one. Okay, I'll be using this one. When you press the key, it will light up. So I'll be sticking onto that. Now let's move on to the next function. Function up arrow to backlight brightness. Function. Okay. So the higher that you go, the higher the color or the brightness of this RGB. Okay. Of course, function going down will be backlight brightness lowered down. Okay, we also have here function right arrow to backlight speed plus. Let's try on that. Okay. And of course, going down is backlight speed going down. We also have here the function delete key to. Okay, this is for the monochrome switching. So if your RGB or if your keyboard or somehow like if you try to transfer or create something like a swappable keys on this one, I think you can remove the RGB and transfer to a monochrome switch, wherein this one will be used for the switching here. And we also have the function insert for the scroll lock. Okay, so these are just keyboard functions, so there are no other more function here. So we can also use this one for the light recording function +1. So it's like a group of lights to be edited. Function home entered by editing state. So there's also somehow like a custom color RGB for this keyboard, which I'll not be using since I will not be focusing more onto the RGB here. Just these simple colors when you press the keys are enough for me now. Okay, so what else? For the multimedia keys, I might not do this one since these are pretty much simple and very common to other keyboards as well. And I think that's all for this keyboard. Very nice. Okay guys, so there you go. So this is the Royal Kludge RK100 brown switch hot swappable keyboard, which is very nice. We tested everything there. I haven't tested the cable, but I believe it's a working cable. Though if we have problem with that, I think we can also use other kinds or other types of Type-C cables, just like our charging cable for our phones. It might just work as well. So I don't need to test on that. And as for the USB ports here, since it's just 2.0, I might not be able to utilize it properly since most of my flash drives and my USBs are on 3.0 for my PC. So I'll just be using it here directly on my PC instead of using the 2.0 on the keyboard itself. So I think that's all for this keyboard. And before we end this video, of course, I'd like to remind you about our ongoing giveaway. All you have to do is visit the video wherein I opened the Prime collection box and like that video and comment on the section below #anything-but giveaways and tell me why would you like to have this product onto your hands. So we are down to 30 more subscribers to complete the goal of 1,400 subscribers before I let this go. So all you have to do is subscribe to the channel so you will be notified every time we have a new upload. Power lang. Patas. Bye-bye.